Welcome back. So, it's time for some connection events, and we're going to be starting here with Ren's interviewing a genius. A radio program asked Ren to appear on the show. She seems intent on accepting, but I find it hard to believe they just invite an exchange student from LaBelle. Maybe I should be present, just in case. Van's group decided to take a short break. Everyone split up so they could spend their free time as they pleased.
I'm Edwin with Eaton News. So, you must be Kitty. Ren Bright.
That gave away a few details.
Thank you for agreeing to be a guest on my radio show.
Well, I just happen to have business in town, so figured I might as well stop by while I'm here. I've actually listened to your show on the banks of the Mercule before. It's an honor to be invited by such a famous host. It's just a small late-night radio show, but I appreciate you saying so. And, the young man with you is... Consider me her acting guardian. Seeing as you contacted her once you figured out she's the net's famous Kitty, I was curious. But just what kind of questions you wanted to ask? Oh, I apologize if I put you on edge. My whole show is simply about getting to know the surprising people who are the talk of the town. I don't intend to reveal her name, real name that is, nor am I here for some sort of gotcha journalism, so you don't have to worry. I'll be honest though, it'd be a stretch to think of her as some regular high school girl. I've looked into the information she shared with me in our brief correspondence about the striking student who came abroad from neighboring LaBelle. Rumor has it, you've been discreetly involved with several of last year's events. You can imagine my shock when I dug a little deeper. Turns out you share the same name as the mysterious genius who published several doctoral theses that took the academic world by storm. Even if I wasn't hosting a radio show, my reporter's instincts would fill me with questions. Striking, genius. It's a little embarrassing having such things said directly to my face. You're weirdly on board with all of this. Shouldn't we try to avoid standing out? Well, I've already been making a name for myself in the underworld, so... Besides, I've been listening to his show for a while, and I've always thought it would be fun to be a guest. Don't worry, I won't divulge anything I shouldn't. Sure, but... If you're that worried, why not watch as we record? It's not a live broadcast, so if there's anything you don't want getting out, I can simply cut it. But if I'm being perfectly honest, I have a feeling I'd like to ask everyone's favorite Spriggan a few questions too. Knows who I am, huh? He's one sharp reporter. But why does it seem like he's trying to feel me out? Sorry, but I'm not taking questions. Happy to sit and watch, though. He can be so overprotective sometimes. Not that I really mind. In that case, come on in. We can get started right away. And so Ren entered the studio, and after receiving a brief explanation of how things would work, the recording began. Van watched on through the studio's window. Sorry to keep you waiting, listeners. It's time for On the Banks of the Mercule. As usual, your host for this evening is myself, Edwin of the Eaton News Agency. This is a show about finding folks who are the talk of the town and asking them all kinds of questions. I must say I'm deeply grateful for all of the love our niche little concept has received. I'll be counting on your support going forward, everyone. Let's aim for the prime time spot. Now, without further ado, it's time to call in today's guest.
Good evening, everyone. My online handle is Kitty. I never thought I would get to guest on a show like this, but I'm looking forward to our time together.
The pleasure is all mine. No, I never thought you would agree to guest on this show. I'm sure everyone listening who's familiar with the net will have heard all about you sometime or another. There's been whispers about the mysterious and beautiful girl who helped solve the problems popping up across the Republic behind the scenes. Theory suggested she was connected to the legendary hacker known only as Kitty. This might sound funny, considering I invited you onto the show, but do you really exist? This is actually my first time officially appearing as Kitty. Normally, I'm just a member of the student council at a local high school in the capital. That said, I'm originally from LaBelle, and I'll be heading home shortly as my studies abroad come to an end. You kind of gave away a lot of information there that can make it be like, well, it's Ren then. Oh, fascinating. If it's alright with you, I'd like to chat about all sorts of things while we have you. Yes, I'm quite looking forward to it. So to start, I heard you've served as president of your school student council for an entire year here. It's rather uncommon for a student from abroad to be elected as president, isn't it? To be honest, I was actually planning to keep my head down while I was here. I suppose you could say I couldn't help myself. But after all said and done, I found being a part of the student council to be a cozy experience. No, there was never a dull day, and I found myself wrapped up in all manners of incidents, including my very first task as president. I looked into that first task, actually. Apparently, a certain senator's son ended up dropping out of school around the time you originally elected to your position. Again, this gives away exactly who it is. Said senator was also arrested around the time when his corruption came to light. Is it too much to think the two things were connected? Oh my, you've certainly done your homework, Edwin. As for my answer, no comment. I'll leave the truth to your listeners' imaginations. I mean, come on. Then you did design that famous information portal on the web. Yes, though it is mostly managed by a hollow AI. It's designed to do calculations based on information taken from various participating sites. Ah. Can't say I understand the details, but it sounds pretty complex. Did your doctoral thesis factor into the design at all? I wrote those just to kill time when I was a child. Now I was able to apply some of those theories, so I suppose they didn't go to waste. Oh, before I forget, I want to teach you about a little trick you can do on the site. If you click the kitten on the top of the screen over 10 times at a certain speed, it meows. My word. It plays a collection of cute cat sounds I recorded in the capital. Please feel free to give it a try when you need something to soothe your mind. That's adorable. Did you want to ask me about my life before I came here? Well, I traveled to all sorts of countries. LaBelle, Crossbell, and even the Empire. A real globetrotter. In that case, is there any particular country you hold close to your heart? That is quite the difficult question. It's gotta be LaBelle, come on. Considering my friends and family live in LaBelle, that would be a no-brainer. But I could say that Crossbell is where my heart lives. Aww. I also made many friends when visiting the Empire before the war. Well, the more answers you give, the more questions I want to ask. You're quite worldly despite your young age. Well, I definitely have lived a lot of experiences. Part of that is due to my prior job, you see. Now, I would love to hear all about that. What kind of work did you do? Let's see. Hacking, infiltration, professional eliminate. I'm sorry, but could you cut that? Ran. Now then, we've heard all kinds of fascinating things from our guests, but we're almost out of time. Kitty, is there anything you'd like to say to our audience today? I had a wonderful time, and I've come to realize something after being given this opportunity to reflect on myself. I truly have been blessed with the many encounters and relationships I've developed over the last few years. It's like that comes up. Those who pulled me out of the darkness. And those who reached out to me from the light. It's quite bright. Those who took me in when I wandered aimlessly, unsure of what to do. Like, aww. And yes, those who watch over me after we parted ways. Because of all those people. It's because of all of those people were there for me that I am here now, yeah. Which is why I plan to treasure every one of those bonds. I'm a combination of both the good and painful things I've experienced. And I want to do everything I can to pay forward all the help I've been given. I want to be the one to extend my hand to someone in need. So to those of you struggling in the darkness, I know there is someone nearby who is ready to reach out to you. I can only hope that everyone listening will treasure each of their relationships. Thank you very much. And that was our guest for today, Kitty. I'll see you all next time. Thank goodness things turned out okay. You had me scared stiff. I believe you managed to talk around some of the shady stuff. Hey, what's up? Oh, I just feel like perhaps I got a tad too excited and said more than I should have. It'll really be broadcast on air, huh? It'd be one thing if you were the only one listening to it. I would have thought you'd get all bashful over something like this. Guess even given everything you've been through, you're still just an 18-year-old girl. But you probably don't need to worry too much. It's not like the guy's gonna reveal your true name. Perhaps, but the people who know me were to recognize who Kitty is. I suppose the silver lining is that it's only a local radio show in the Republic. To be honest, I'd like it if everyone you ever met could listen to the show. But the folks inside you are real proud. I haven't been able to sense them since Nemeth Island. Yes. I'm certain they're finally at ease and with the goddess now. You know, I tried to look away from my past because I was afraid of getting hurt. But I finally faced it head on and overcame it. Those scars are something I'm proud of. They're my scars. And they're what a part of what makes me, me. You've sure toughened up. Especially if you can say stuff like that when you've got the deepest scars of all.
It's because of you, Van. You were there for me when I was just a stray kitty. And even now, you're still by my side. You're the one who helped me get over my past.
Come on now, don't you think you're giving me way too much credit? What about everyone else?
You help more people than you think. People who wouldn't have found themselves without you to take them by the hand and show them the way. If you ask me, you need to be a little more aware of the impact your words and deeds have had on people.
Alright. I'll just shut up and take the thanks then.
You're finally learning. You know, you've grown a little since then too.
Jeez, remember that tiny conversation? You're really becoming a more formidable young woman, you know that.
Oh, speaking of thanking people, I suppose I should be grateful to Harwood as well. He might have given us the runaround, but it's a fact that what happened at Nemeth Island is what let me find closure.
Nah, you don't owe him one iota of gratitude. And you basically told him as much at the time. Just stick to your guns. Hell, I'm gonna have to settle the score with him. When that time comes, I'll be needing your help.
Of course. If we include handling Harwood, then I suspect we'll be working together for some time yet. That should give me plenty of time to pay you back. For now, I'll keep counting on you, Van.
After that, Van and Ren left the news agency. They weren't there. Like, they already left. And upon meeting back up with their friends, they resumed their work. I like that one. But, on to the next, which shall be the day of parting. I spent my youth at the Earl's Orphanage. Lona, the director I contacted with last year, and the children asked if we could meet. Apparently they've got business with me and Anya's. Guess I should go and hear what they have to say. They're here in Emkerville? Van's group decided to take a short break. The director of the orphanage got in touch to tell Van that she and the kids were headed to Ankerville. Yeah. Wasn't long before they arrived on a train from Odyssean. Yay! Welcome, everyone. We're glad you can come from Earl's to visit. And yes, and Grampy Van! Hi, Grampy Van. Have you been well? Yeah, Grampy's doing just swell. Looks like nothing has changed with you, kiddos. It's been a minute, Flona. You're right. I believe I haven't seen you since last year in Erasion. Come now, Jean. Say hello. Hi, Grampy. Hi, Agnes. You're going to be showing us around Ankyville today, right? Better make it fun. No worries, I've got you, kids. Didn't you tell us that today's Jean's last day? Yes, the paperwork is finished. After this, I'll be taking Jean to his new parents in the capital. Aww. This may be the last time he gets to play with his friends from the orphanage. You know, I looked into what happened beneath the surface of the old capital last year. You and the others put your lives on the line to save us. And I realized putting the children on the airship was a part of that. I don't know how I'll ever be able to repay you. I wanted you to at least be able to see the kids before Jean leaves. I know you must be extremely busy, but please, first we only did what we had to back then. And second, we'd be delighted to help the children make some great memories. Alright, kiddos, let's head out. Try to stick together and not get lost, okay? We know, Grampy. So excited, Grampy. Okay, I'm pretty sure you're just saying it to annoy me. Let's go. Okay. And so Anya's and Van's humble tour of Ankyville began. Again, I really like City Hall. It's got that aspect of... It's like a fusion of Art Deco and Gothic. It's like, oh, it's nice. The cityscape's a combination of modern and traditional was different from Erasion that caught the children's attention. They enjoyed the scenic view of the river running through the city atop of the bridge. Like, the top of the building is definitely like Art Deco style. But the lower half is more Gothic. And toured locations that inspire the famous novel, Sunshine Agnes. Additionally, Van took charge of guiding them to all the food stands. And for the grand finale, he took them to La Nuit de Chat Noir to enjoy its famous tiramisu. I love beets. Oh, and then... Wow, that tiramisu was so good. Right, it was at least as good as the birthday cake Miss Flona baked me. We even got to see the news agency from Sunshine Agnes. Wait a second, you have the same name as the girl from the books. That's right. That's one of the reasons I love that story so much. Oh, and by the way, my mother's name was Sophie. Really? What? That makes me so happy. Glad everyone is having a good time. Kinda ran the tour by ear, so I'm glad it worked out. Even finished before the train's departure time. Yes, it's about time we headed to the station, actually. Really? Thank you so much, you two. I'm certain the children made some happy memories. Miss Flona? Jean's gone. He's what? Scarpet. Hey, where's Jean? He was just here a second ago. Oh no. Jean, you big dummy, you're finally getting a new mummy and daddy. You can't disappear on the last day together. Jean. Van. Yeah, he couldn't have gone far, Flona. Wait here. Please find him, Van. Using everything they'd learned on the job, Van and Agnes did their best to track Jean down. It wasn't long before they found him. Jean, thank goodness you're okay. I'm sorry I disappeared like that. Everybody must have been real mad. Sophie was, that's for sure, but everyone else is really worried. Sophie included. Something tells me this isn't because you hate your new parents. I already met them a few times and they're really nice people. And I know that if they become my parents for real, I'll definitely be happy. But are you wondering if it's really okay for you to leave your other family, like Miss Flona, behind? After all, she did raise you. On top of that, you're worried that these feelings might be disrespectful to your new parents. Am I right? How did you know? Just a hunch I got. You know, back when I was at the orphanage, I was like an older brother to everyone. Honestly, though, I was a kind of a brat. Not like you. I think I was just lonely looking back on it. Plenty of people were in my family in those days, but they kept leaving me behind. It hurt, and I even got into fights because of it. Started to stand out, and not in a good way. Even still, Director Arkwright continued to give me a place I could call home. Of course, you can stay. This is your home and your family. But one day you'll find the place where you truly belong. When you do, you have to move forward without looking back. I know I'll be sad when that day comes. However, wherever you end up, remember that you'll always be one of my beloved children. Wherever I end up. It's because of what he said that I was able to start to open up to others. Now I've got the kinds of friends I could never hope to replace. Director Arkwright might be gone, but my connection to the orphanage remains. Heck, these days I've started to think I like my new home and who I am. And remember, Jean, it's okay to find happiness. I'm sure your family wants that for you too, don't you think? Yeah, you're right. Jean? Jeez, what have you been doing? We don't have any more time to play. The train's leaving soon. I want to see the capital with you too. Guys. I want my new parents to know. To know all about my family at the orphanage. Sounds good to me. Make sure to introduce them. Bye-bye. I feel bad for Miss Flona and the children. It'll be difficult for them. Yeah, but this ain't goodbye forever. These days, there are all sorts of ways to stay in touch. Especially compared to when I was a kid. You know, I'd already heard about some of your childhood memories of Elaine and Kincaid. But it was nice to hear about your father for a change. Why'd I have to go running my mouth? Let's just say I finally worked through my own feelings. All that stuff that happened after leaving the orphanage, I mean. Oh. Apparently I was stumped in front of the orphanage not long after I was born. The letter that came with me opened with, "This child is a devil, we can't raise him." After that was just a bunch of empty apologies. Director Arkwright took me in without hesitation anyway. Yet I never... Once I was saved from the cult, Master used his connection so that the orphanage would know that I was okay. Yet I never went back. Couldn't go back. How could I? He betrayed me, I had thought. He had sold me off. Even if it had just been for a moment, I had doubted that kind, generous man. How could I go back and face him after that? And then when I was still training to be a Spriggan, I read an obituary in the local paper. The director had passed away. I looked into what had happened later, when I was in Eurasian for work. Turns out that he never stopped looking for me after I went missing. Even while he was running the orphanage, he would reach out to his contacts and travel everywhere, all in the hopes of finding me. It was around that time that I found out I was okay, that all the stress finally caught up to him and made him sick. Aww. Can't say I know how, but he seemed to understand my hesitation and resisted the urge to reach out to me himself. At least he knew. That's the bit that was bothering me. Like, I want him to make sure he knew. It's like, he needs to know. From what I heard, he spent his last breath praying that I had found a new home for myself. a new home. Way back when. Director Arkwright said something to me. Man, you are not a devil. Many people in this world feel as though they don't have a place where they belong. But you are someone who knows what real pain is. That means you are better equipped to be there for the people who need you. And I believe that is what will help you find a place you can call home. You said that, huh? But tell me, is that how you came to start answering 4 SPGs? Who could say? To be honest, I'd forgotten he said all that. I never did pay him back for the things he told me. Even now, I wish I would have been there for his final moments. Man. It's all in the past now. It ain't my star to brood over something like that. Still, if that kid can learn to love his new family, then I guess this whole ordeal might have been worth it. I agree. I think you did get through to him. Especially because you've come to the same realization yourself. That just like you told Jean, it's okay for you to find happiness. And that there are people who want you too.
So please, Van. Please, don't regret thinking back on the people you care about. Your father wanted you to be happy. Wanted you to find a place where you belong. Wanted you to smile. That's all. And I'm sure he and the goddess are smiling right now as well. As they watch over you.
Yes.
But what do I know, right? I'm just some girl who only now learned about all of this. But I do get it, Van. After all, I feel the same way as your father. Just as much as Director Arkwright. No. Maybe even more. I want you to find happiness.
I swear, you really are something else. But I guess that goes for me too, huh? You guys, and you in particular, have been doing your damnedest to make sure I realize it. Makes me look pretty pathetic, huh?
I think that's just part of what makes you, you. You've brought so many of us into your circle and helped us to take a step forward. I'll always be glad I met you. From the bottom of my heart.
That goes for the both of us. Man, what did I do to deserve friends like you?
Well, not to steal your words, but that goes for the both of us. You better prepare yourself, though, because I'm just going to keep on growing. And then one day you'll say, "Damn, there ain't many women like her." And you'll sit around moping over the one that got away. I bet then you'll realize just what you've been missing out on.
Well, I'll look forward to that day.
After that, the two spent their remaining time together. And after a bit, they met up with their friends and resumed work. I like that. There's a lot more about Van than Anya's, really. A lot more about Van. So yeah, I'm glad we got that one going. Right, next up then. So, I went to the wrong menu. This is the one I wanted. So, Hermes' final delivery. Hermes wants to meet me on the southern outskirts of Ankerville. I thought she was busy with the space program. Why does she want to meet in a place like that? Van's group decided to take a short break. Everyone split up so they could spend their free time as they pleased. Borrowed the bike. Seriously, what's she thinking making me drive out here on an orbital bike? I mean, sure, Master let me borrow his, but come on. What the hell? Right.
Hiya, Arkwright. Right on time.
Is that you, Hermes? Don't tell me that. Yep, this is the new AF model designed just for the launch. I was in the area doing a last-minute test of its long-range flight capabilities, so I figured I'd swing by. Is that really allowed? It's not like it'll delay tomorrow's schedule, so let's not sweat the details. More importantly, give me a minute to get out of this thing. I can give you the rundown while we're on the road. I never expect you to take on a delivery job as AMS this late in the game. It's crazy to think you're doing this when you're going into space tomorrow. Is it? Yeah, like I gotta get this done because I'm going to space tomorrow. I don't want to have any regrets. Nothing ever shakes you, does it? I'm not so sure about that. So why did you ask me to tag along for the ride? Worried something might go south? Yep. The job this time is a race against time. The kind of express delivery only I can pull off. So if my bike breaks down, it's all over. Obviously that's not part of the plan, but it doesn't hurt to play it safe. Does this job matter that much? Just what exactly are you delivering? There's the distribution warehouse. Once we get the package from the deliveryman, we'll be racing straight to Ankerville City. Hi, I'm with the private delivery service. You should have been told that I'd be taking over the package with this tracking number. I'll have just arrived. It'll just have arrived here. Right. The client just told us about you a moment ago. Surprised you're here already. It's just me, or does she remind me of someone? I must be imagining things. I'll get you the package right away then. But, do you really think you can deliver it in time? That's why I'm here. Tch, we got less than 5 minutes left. We can still make it. Don't slow down, we're going straight to the station. What's so important? I guess this is goodbye for now. I promise I'll write to you once I'm settled. I know you will. And I swear I won't forget the time we spent together, so you better get your bum back here one day, got it? I guess the package isn't going to get here in time. Thank you for waiting. The international train will be arriving on platform 3 shortly. This train departs from Edith and is bound for Ardent in the Principality of Remiferia. That's my train. Take care, you guys. Hey, why is that bike speeding right for us? I expected a bit more lift there, but okay.
I made it. Here, your package.
Huh? For me? Are you telling me the gift we ordered made it in time? Can't believe it, you must be MS. Wait, isn't she? No, forget it. Now's not the time. Thank you so much. Now we can send our friend off without any regrets. No worries. Just doing what I was paid to do. I deliver anywhere on time. That's my motto. The young man then boarded his train at the last possible minute with a smile on his face and a gift in his hand. What was the gift? Next stop, his new home. What was the gift? What? No! So because of the shipping company's incompetence, the present got stuck in transit. The gift was supposed to arrive yesterday so that they could give it to him before he left, but he just made it to the distribution center today. Bingo. Wasn't going to make it in time, so I had to grab it from the warehouse myself. Gotta say, it's cool how my reputation for fast deliveries has spread. And here I was, wondering what you could need me for when you were working on the space program. Didn't expect such a routine gig. What? Did you think we'd be delivering some classified national secrets? You know me. All clients are created equal. Hell, a kid could ask me to deliver a caterpillar and I'd do it. Honestly, I'm just glad I got the package to them on time. I don't think anybody else would come all this way just for that. Who said that was the only reason I came to Ankerville? Ah, it's here. Tiramisu.
Sorry to keep you waiting. This is our famous Cafe de Tiramisu.
Now this is what I'm talking about. I just had to have one while I still could. I tried it when I visited Ankerville once before, and let me tell you, I totally fell in love.
Please don't tell me the other reason you came out here was just to eat this. Oh, I'll tell you, alright. And please don't act like you haven't gone this far for your favorite sweets. You got me there. Thanks for coming along for the ride today, Arkwright. Now I can head off to space with no regrets. Glad to hear it. Chop it up. What's all this about regrets? You're usually so confident in yourself. The worst case scenario isn't out of the question, you know. No harm in making sure I'm prepared for it if things go bad. And since I'm the only one who can pull it off, I'll put everything on the line to see my duty done. Duty, is it? I'm sure you've already put 2 and 2 together. But just leave everything in space to me. Especially now that I can go out there with a clear head. While I'm off doing that, I want you to do what only you can. Jeez, just what are you up to? Now I'm gonna have to live up to your expectations. Tell you what, you can count on me to handle things down here on the ground. That way, when you wrap up your space duties, I can welcome you back home to no problems. Thanks, Arkwright. Hearing that is just what I needed. That so? Well, as long as I could help. Where's the other bike come from? You really didn't have to see me off, Arkwright. Still, I hope you look forward to tomorrow's launch. Sure, her eyes were just darting about a bit. Am I right in thinking you're a little afraid?
I knew I couldn't fool you. I mean, on paper, success is all but guaranteed. But I'd be lying if I said I wasn't a little worried. It'd be a whole lot easier if my life was the only one on the line. That is, I'm shouldering all the responsibility of a giant nationwide project.
Hold on a minute.
And even if the worst case scenario comes to pass, I can't afford to end up looking lame up there.
This ain't like you, is it? The legendary Hermes always gets where she needs to go and makes it back in one piece.
She sure does. Okay, when I get back and things calm down, let's go on a trip together again.
Seriously, where's her bike? What? Did she somehow pack it into the robot? Was it part of it? Is this its leg? I swear, she's always such a tease. Guess that's part of what makes her who she is. I'll be waiting for you, Hermes. As your friend, I believe in you. After that, Van returned to Ankerville City, met up with his friends, and resumed work. Oh. Hardcore voice, Hermes. Hey! It feels like it's going to be the last connection event then. Potentially. Like, I mean, I know we actually do have one more. Like, hold on, 6 bonds maxed.
Good stuff.
Because we still have another one to do. It's like, he's maxed out. Is the wrong list?
next?
It's maxed out. But we're going to end this part here then. And in the next part, we'll see about Aaron's connection event before we carry on with the story at La Nuit de Chat Noir. So, we'll see you over in the next part. Ta-ra for now.